It is mental to think that we are nearly a year removed from Bryan Danielson winning the AEW title in Wembley Stadium. Where the fuck has that time gone? Hello and welcome to FTTR, I am Hugh McQuaid, and today we're talking about AEW Forbidden Door 2025. In particular, we are discussing the two big matches that have been announced for the show. The first matches for Forbidden Door in London, and we will dive into those in just a little moment. But before we do, please subscribe, please like this video, please comment your thoughts down below, and I'll try to reply to every single one of them as we dive into this. Starting with Forbidden Door. I think, like everyone, I was excited when Forbidden Door was announced for the UK because that means we're going to get some really cool dream matches, some really cool matches that we've not seen before. That's kind of what Forbidden Door has been built upon with this relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling and CMLL as well. So when it was announced, I think we were all speculating, we were all hoping for dream matches. I'm pretty sure I even did a list on the matches. But it seems like in Forbidden Door, sort of recent history at least, they've kind of burnt through a lot of the matches that they could do in terms of dream matches, hence why last year's Forbidden Door was main evented by an AEW World title match with Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland, two AEW stars. So it's kind of almost like the New Japan element and the crossover element has been taken away a little bit, which brings us to these two matches that are causing controversy. Let's just say that, potential controversy. And those are for the AEW Women's World title. We have Athena cashing in her Casino Gauntlet win to take on Toni Storm, and Kazuchika Okada taking on Swerve Strickland for the AEW Unified Championship. Now, I get it. I understand that if you are a New Japan Pro Wrestling fan and you want to see these big dream matches, you bought tickets for Forbidden Door to sort of go and see New Japan versus AEW matches, I can understand you probably might be a bit annoyed by this. Two matches that feature AEW talent, AEW contracted talent, no New Japan involvement as of yet. I can completely understand that. I completely understand being sold one thing and potentially getting another. That being said, you're getting Athena versus Toni Storm and Kazuchika Okada versus Swerve Strickland. I think regardless of the show, these are going to be two incredible matches. Like, incredible matches. Swerve Strickland and Okada have already had a great match. Athena and Toni Storm have not yet had a match in AEW. So I can't really complain about that. I think it's good. I think it's cool. These are two matches that I was not expecting to see on the show. I'm going to be honest, I would not have put money on Okada versus Swerve Strickland happening when Forbidden Door was announced last year, and I would not have put money on Toni Storm versus Athena happening on this card as well. So they are sort of two big dream matches. Essentially, I get we've had Okada and Swerve before, but these are two dream matches. And I think with your big players not there as well, or not announced as of yet, like Ospreay, like Omega, like Page, we don't know what Page will be doing either, I think there's an opportunity here to put on a fantastic supercard. I think there are some great matches you can have. I think we're probably going to get MJF versus Hangman at Forbidden Door. I think, well, it's tough because you could go either way. You could go MJF versus Mystico, which they've built up, which is a big Forbidden Door match, or Hangman versus Ospreay as well. And then the other thing that we need to talk about in terms of sort of the Forbidden Door concept is New Japan is not the New Japan of old. New Japan right now, I don't want to say struggling because I try and keep up as best I can, but I know the G1 is going on at the moment. I know that's like, it's not drawing incredibly well. It's up and down. But New Japan is not New Japan of 2020, 2022, when they had sort of big names who could come across like your Jay Whites and put on these great matches like Okada as well. And having them, now that Okada and Jay White are under AEW contract, it doesn't feel as special. I understand that. But at the same time, New Japan hasn't really created that many top stars that would shift tickets or would help boost the notoriety of Forbidden Door. Like even the likes of like Gabe Kidd, Shingo Takagi, Zack Sabre Jr. Like there's a few names there. Like Zack versus Nigel McGuinness, I think will be announced for the show. I think that's going to be a big Forbidden Door match. Is Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness, and I think we're going to eat that up because that sounds amazing. But in terms of sort of big main event matches, maybe Gabe Kidd getting in there if he's not injured, because I know he is injured in the G1 currently, so I don't know if he'll be able to make Forbidden Door. Other than Zack Sabre Jr., maybe David Finlay versus Adam Page. I think that could be good. There's not too many people there who would give you that dream match aura. Like, I love Shingo Takagi, but he's done a lot of the dream matches in AEW that I want to see, and in terms of like stories, I don't know who you could best build a story around. Yota Tsuji, again, I don't really know how you build a story there. The only person currently in New Japan who I think you could get a big mainstream dream match out of is Tanahashi on his retirement tour. I don't know who you'd put him in there with. I know a lot of people want Ospreay. I, wanted the world to burn, I think, in my video, and I'm pretty sure I said Adam Copeland versus Tanahashi, so I don't think that's going to happen, and that's probably just dropped me a few subscribers that I even suggested and floated that out there. But that, to me, is the idea of a dream match, a match you thought you would never see, and Tanahashi versus Adam Copeland is a weird one that I thought we'd never see. So, yeah, in terms of, are these matches good or are these bad? They're good. Of course they're good. Like, look at the star power in there. Look at the match quality that we're going to get. They are good, but I can understand the disappointment of potential New Japan CMLL fans who are hoping for more dream matches on this show, who've maybe bought tickets for the dream match concept. But I think if you have been watching AEW Forbidden Doors for a while, you've sort of seen it filter out a little bit. And overall, I'm really hyped for Forbidden Door. I think it's going to be such a cool show. I'm excited for it to be in an arena as well, because as much as I love Wembley Stadium, I think smaller the better. For wrestling shows, you get more noise, more interactions, more loud pops, the whole shebang. I think you get way more in an arena than you do at a stadium. Stadium's great for the spectacle, and AEW All In were great spectacles, but I'm really excited to see AEW in an arena that looks like it's probably sold out. It looks like the O2 is sold out pretty much for this show. I'm super excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait for these two matches. But I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you excited for these? Are you not? Let me know and I'll try to apply to every single one of them. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.